Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sandri Senjaya and this is my third video for extensive reading assignment. On this occasion, I'm going to review some articles. There is 10 articles we are going to talk about. The first is titled Using Authentic Video to Improve EFL Students' Listening Comprehension by Hea-Suk. She is an associate professor of general English at Seoul Women's University. This article is in the International Journal of Contents, volume 11, number 4, December 2015. The second article we are going to talk about is titled Using Television Commercial as Authentic Materials for Teaching by Fendik Saputro and Sulistyani. Both of the writers are English teachers from Indonesia, and this article is in the Journal of English Teaching and Research, volume 1, number 2, October 2016. The next article, the third one, is the implementation of transposition translation procedures in English-Indonesian translation of epic movie Subtitle from Journal of English Language Teaching, volume 7, number 2, October 2018, by Putri Anggraeni, Mujiyanto, and Sofwan. Putri Anggraeni is a graduate of English Literature from Semarang State University, and she was assisted by Januarius, a professor, and Sofwan, a senior lecturer of linguistics. The next article, the fourth one, is the use of the contextual video to improve students' listening ability by Mardiya Kamilah, and she was an English education bachelor's from Indonesian University of Education. This article is in the Journal of English and Education, volume 1, number 1, 2013. And the fifth article we are going to talk about is the effect of using YouTube as a teaching media on the students' listening skills by Rizkan, Mukhayyar, and Rafnaldi. There are three writers are scientific contributors for State University of Padang. And this article is included in Advance in Social Science, Education and Humanities Research, volume 301. The next one is number 6 article is the use of video movie to improve students' listening comprehension achievement from Unilai Journal of English Teaching, volume 2, number 6, 2013 by Desi Putriani and Sukirlan and Supriyadi. Desi is a student of Faculty of Teacher Training and Education on University of Lampung. This article she wrote was assisted by her lecturers. And then the seventh article is a YouTube video in teaching listening, the benefits in expert's view by Lydia Puspayu from Syah Kuala University, Banda Aceh. And this article is in the Research in English and Education, or we can also call it READ, in volume 1, number 2, 2016. And for the next article is titled Improving Students' Listening Skills Through Interactive Multimedia in Indonesia by Arono. Arono is a doctor of education from University of Bengkulu. You can find it on a Journal of Language Teaching and Research, volume 5, number 1, January 2014. And the ninth article we are going to talk about is the use of songs to improve students' listening comprehension ability from Journal of English Language Education, volume 2, issue number 2, and August 2019 by Windy Lestari and Nyoman Seriadi. Windy Lestari is a student from the Denpasar State Hindu Dharma Institute. She was assisted by her lecturer, Dr. Siluh Nyoman Seriadi. And then for the last article is analyzing students' difficulties toward listening comprehension by Darti and Andi. This article is on the Journal of English Teaching, Learning and Research Journal, volume 3, issue number 2, 2017. Darti is a student from Alauddin Islamic State University, and she writes this study in partial fulfillment for the requirement for her degree. Okay, let's talk about all of them. Most of the article we are going to talk about is focus is on one skill, that is listening skill. This article from various writers are proof that listening skills are aspects of language that are very influential and crucial in learning a foreign language, especially English language. All these authors also agree that listening skill not no less important than reading skills and speaking skills. Listening skills has been developed and advanced, especially in media in learning material used in various countries. There are many choice of listening materials such as CD, DVD, or video applied in the classroom. However, on these all articles, most of them show that there are many evidence that listening skills is lack attention of the teachers. Listening media was said good if that media could convey the message and could be understood by the students. Before that media was used in the classroom, it was needed to do assessment. It could be done by paying attention to two criteria of good media. And for all this article we are going to talk about, it can be used as a reference for the teachers, and it will be very helpful to choose the right media for listening activities. For example, in the first article by Hea-Suk, the titled Using Authentic Video as a Material Listening Skill, showed that using authentic video was positive for students whose English proficiency was ranked at intermediate or above. It is also effective and interesting and give students an enhanced motivation to listen to English. Another supporting evidence is on the use of contextual video to improve students' listening ability. Article by Mardiya Kamilah that her research showed that contextual video can be used as an alternative teaching medium or listening practice and improves the students' motivation and the students' interest in a listening practice. And it's also proof that contextual video is effective in improving students' listening ability. From not only usual video or authentic video that can use as a media learning in the listening skills, another media was introduced in this article that can be used as media learning listening skills, such as YouTube, movie, or even television commercial. YouTube has been proved is more effective than using audio to teach listening comprehension, and there is an interaction between the teaching media implemented and teaching listening. In the fifth article by Rizkan Mukhayyar and Refnaldi, showing that for the student who are listening by using YouTube is more effective than using audio to teach listening. It shows that effectiveness of teaching media implemented in different class depends on the degree of the use of media. Using YouTube as a media learning, also supported by the expert, as in the article by Lydia Puspayu, the finding shows that YouTube enables teachers to create activity attempting an improvement on students' listening ability, as well as helping them identifying vocabulary, contraction, speed, tempo of speech. But the teachers are suggested to provide YouTube video to familiarize the materials to the language learners. However, in the second article, that is using television commercial as authentic materials for teaching by Fendik Wahyoe, also giving a reference, that is, the television commercial has much to offer ESL teachers and the students. It is briefly Language reduces visual impact, interesting vocabulary, and cultural components combine to provide ESL students opportunities to improve their listening skills. Television commercials are also an excellent medium for introducing ESL students to the higher order critical thinking skill that can increase their chance for academic success. And what about using movie as a media learning? In the research by Desi Putriani article showed that in her article that teaching learning through video movie creates more conducive situation for the students. It is because a movie provides interesting picture, of course, and sound and also sounds. It can also help the students retain information, introduces new vocabulary, grammar, message, and entertainment at the same time. We might wondering why is it listening is considered as the most difficult skills to learn for ESL students. In the article of Analyzing Students' Difficulties Toward Listening Comprehension by Darty and Andi, it is shown that there are 10 problems in student self-learning that were found analyzing student difficulties. The first is lack of vocabulary, poor grammar mastery, accent, pronunciation, lack of concentration, speed of speech, anxiety, noisy, inability to apply listening strategy, and also a bad quality of recording. The researchers also underlined that the problems in listening comprehension faced by the students not only from the listeners themselves, but also from the content material and environment of listening comprehension. If this all media learning can be applied in Indonesia, as in the article of Improving Student Listening Skills Through Interactive Multimedia in Indonesia by Arono, it stated that some listening activities has been applied in listening practice, but most of them use listening material from cassette, television, and radio, whereas using technology was seldom in the learning skill. There were happened because using internet was still like for listening media, and then there was not software for listening model in Indonesia. However, he believed that there was an internet that could be accessed only by the students as a learning media. So all of this media surely can be applied in Indonesia back to the teacher who have a power or a decision to make which one is a good media to choose for their classroom activity to learn listening with a better condition. Yeah, after all this article we've been reviewed that in conclusion there is every article showed that every media learning that can support the teach listening skills are very various. There are a ton of them like a television commercial, video, authentic video, television commercial, and also songs and movies. All of them can be used by the teacher, especially in Indonesian education. Hopefully this will help you or the teachers to find as the reference to find the best media to choose as the learning activity in listening class. Thank you for watching. It's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.